Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Hey Bone the Beautiful fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for March 2nd through the 6th. We're gonna see Steffi raging and Sheila completely suckered and blindsided. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and if you aren't following us, please reach down, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. On Monday, March 2nd, we're on Season 39, Episode 117 of B&B, and Sheila and Taylor have an awkward run-in. They're gonna have a couple, 2 or 3 run-ins this week, and they are all going to be awkward, as is every past run-in because, Deacon and Taylor were last together, I think, when Ridge was exploding at them and saying, "It's over." That's what he likes to do. Tell Taylor it's over, tell, Katie that it's over, Eric can't work for her, etc. So to their credit, Deacon and Taylor are trying to fight temptation, and Sheila, I'm sure, is happy that Deacon's around the house more and is going to credit Taylor for it, which, she doesn't even want to talk to Sheila. Plus, Steffi needs some advice from Finn, and this may be about Taylor and Deacon and her just wanting to make sure her mom stays away from him, or it could be about Eric's, medical issue and what's happening with Logan, because since Finn's up at the hospital, he's really not supposed to talk about another patient. But also, just again to reassure you, John McCook said Eric is not going into any kind of health crisis, that little spell that Eric had was a one-off. It was just the stress of the circumstances. They're not going down another terminal illness road, at least not right now. Also, Deacon gets some encouragement from his kids, Deke and Hope, and I'm sure this is more of leave Sheila and follow your heart, head over to Taylor, all that good stuff, which of course we know he would like to do. On Tuesday, March 3rd, on Bold and the Beautiful, it is Season 39, Episode 118. So Deacon is getting it on with Sheila. Meanwhile, he is fully fantasizing. It is Taylor in the bed with him. And Deacon's thinking so hard about Taylor that he absolutely rocks Sheila's world. And this is going to get really, really weird this week. It's just already uncomfortable. But Sheila's going to enjoy it because, she's been hitting on Deacon and he's been pushing back and not getting intimate with her, and that kind of had Sheila on edge. So we'll see. Plus, Hope and Steffi are arguing about Deacon and Taylor, so I'm assuming this is going to happen up at Forrester Creations. And of course, Hope wants her dad to be happy, and she wants her dad away from Sheila. And if that's a path towards Taylor, then Hope is all for it. And so is Dee. But Steffi, of course, does not want her mom Taylor in any danger from Sheila. You can't really blame her. I mean, there is no way that when she finds out what Deacon and Taylor are doing, that Sheila is not going to go absolutely bad crap postal crazy. And of course, that's the last thing that Steffi wants, because Sheila shot and presumably killed her mom, and her mom was out of her life for years because of Psycho Sheila. Wednesday, March 4th, on Bold and the Beautiful, it's Season 39, Episode 119, and we're going to see Deacon and Taylor really struggling to stay apart. So, Deacon slept with Sheila, he made it convincing, but it didn't scratch the itch at all. So Deacon heads over to see Taylor to tell her all about this night of passion. So Deacon tells Taylor he really tried to recommit himself to Sheila and to their marriage and, got intimate with her, but Deacon's going to tell Taylor all he could think about was her. And then Deacon and Taylor start making out passionately. I mean, hot and heavy. Like, this could go somewhere, that hot and heavy. Plus, Dylan's attention is focused on newly single Will. She has moved back into the Malibu beach house, and next week she's looking at Will like he is a tasty snack. And Dylan tells Will that she has a way to make him feel better. And then Dylan kisses Will. And of course, this is all just a very inappropriate and improper situation, orchestrated entirely by Electra's aunt. Thursday, March 5th, is Season 39, Episode 120 of Bold and the Beautiful, and Dylan tells Will everything. So by everything, I'm very curious if it's going to be about Electra's over-the-top behavior and the crazy rules she said, and all the kind of mean and overbearing and bullying things that she said whenever it was just Dylan alone with Electra. I've talked about this before. When anybody else was around Will or anybody else, Electra's like, "Oh, I love her, she's my best friend." Then the second it's just her and Dylan, she's just crazy and is bullying her. So if all
that comes out, I think that's just going to widen the gap between Will and Electra, but at the same time, it is her truth, and so it's up to her if she wants to speak it. Sheila is feeling very grateful to Taylor, so after Deacon has come up there and said that he was thinking about her while he was, getting jiggy with his wife, then Sheila is going to turn up at Taylor's office and tell her how amazing it was this night of passion she just had with Deacon. And then Sheila is telling Taylor that they had amazing sex over and over and over all night long, which is a whole lot of detail Sheila feels comfortable telling Taylor that she doesn't want to hear any of that. Even if she wasn't romantically interested in Deacon, there's no way that Taylor or anybody else in town wants to hear Sheila talking about rolling around in the hay with Deacon all night long. Meanwhile, Dee urges Deacon to drop Sheila and go after his own happiness. And by his own happiness, Dee defines that as that Sheila needs to be divorced and out of Deacon's life, and he needs to take up with Taylor, which I think everybody agrees would be better for Deacon. Now, whether that's better for Taylor, that remains to be seen. On Friday, March 6th, we're going to wrap up the week of Bold and the Beautiful with Season 39, Episode 121, and Steffy is shocked by unexpected news from Will. So I am wondering if he's going to tell Steffy that he saw RJ and Electra kissing, and that he's just feeling really uncomfortable and heartbroken by all of this. I mean, he already unpacked some of this the other day for Carter, so I wouldn't be very surprised if Will talked to Steffy about it. And I am curious at that point if she has heard anything from Electra about the whole messy situation, or from RJ. Meanwhile, Electra is on RJ's mind. He is thinking back to kissing her, and he may go try again, with Ivy encouraging him to make another move. Also, speaking of her, next week Electra gets some comfort from Ivy, and we already saw her comforting her and Daphne peeking in the door, so we'll see how long that she'll sit on the knowledge of Ivy setting it up to break Electra's heart. So she's in tears, and Ivy is telling her, again, something is not proper at all. I feel like I want to have a B&B drinking game, and except I don't drink, but if I did, any time that Ivy said not proper or inappropriate, that's the time to take a shot. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.